Okay, so this is exactly why I have to sweep and mop endlessly. Flash, I'm not hooking you up until you spit that bird out. And look at the dog hair on the lint thing. That is all straight up dog hair. Comparison will steal your joy. I have to get out of it. And it's very easy to look at what other people have and wish you had it yourself. Flash, get over here. And this is my journey with sharing this with you all. What do you have? Oh my gosh, you've got my ink pen. Stop it. I don't know if it's anxiety. I don't really know what's going on. He just ate the flower that Allison got for Valentine's Day. That I can't even function. And I don't want to do it because I'm overwhelmed. Stop. No. But I am transparent with you guys. Oh my gosh, Flash. Somebody come get him, like he's free. Basset Hound, almost a year old, come get him. Did you make this mess, Elvie? Who did it, Cece? Did you do it? Did you do it, Chip? No? You both say no? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Amanda. I hope you decide to stick around. We're just plain people trying to survive all the adversities and the everyday life things that are thrown our way. And we have been thrown some things for sure. But at the end of the day, you pick yourself up and you just keep on going. I put these videos out for you guys, not to show you how easy it is to clean or how I have my house clean all the time, because I could walk you through my house right now and I can assure you that every room in this house is completely trashed. This is probably the only clean corner in my house, and it's because I threw all my junk to the sides. So if I show you this side or this side of the couch, there's animals on this side and there's junk on this side. So I just scooted it out. So it's very easy for you all to look at me and think, your house is so clean all the time, because that's what I do. But by the time I go to edit the footage, it's already trashed all over again, and you guys don't see that. It could be very easy for me to clean for 3 or 4 days and put the same outfit on and throw my hair up the same way or whatever, and you all think that I slayed all day and cleaned this whole house, but that's not realistic either. And that's not what I do. I clean a little bit here and there every day, and you know, it may be 3 or 4 times a day I clean different areas and film it, and the next day and the next day, and then I throw it into a video. But I am transparent with you guys. Go ahead and get hair all over my black leggings. That's awesome. But that's not what I want to do. I want to show you all that it's realistic, that not everybody can do that, and you know, maybe you can, and if you can, that's great. If you don't have kids, if you're older or you're single, you live by yourself or whatever, if it's just you and your husband, it may be very easy to keep a clean house. But it's not with kids, or it's not for me anyway. And I'm bad to let laundry pile up or dishes pile up, and we don't pick up after ourselves, and then in 2 or 3 days, I'm so overwhelmed by the mess that I can't even function. And I don't want to do it because I'm overwhelmed. And for me anyway, the biggest reason I have a hard time keeping a clean house is because I let it go, and then I'm stuck with a huge mess and I have no motivation to get it cleaned up, because I know it's going to end up looking like that all over again. And that's my thing. I tell myself it's not going to matter because it's going to be trashed all over again in a few days, and you know, why even do it? But that's the biggest reason my house gets in the shape it does. So maybe you're like me, maybe you're not, but if you're one like I am that can't keep a clean house but wants a clean house, then these are some of the things I do to get myself motivated to clean. Because listen, I am not motivated to clean. I am not one big ball of energy that wants to declutter and all this stuff. You all know I'm bouncing between my house and my mom's house to clean and declutter and all that, and I'm not motivated to do it. I'll go to my mom's and I'll sit there for like 2 hours and talk to her and lay around in the recliner, and all that stuff. And then finally I'm like, oh my gosh, I guess I better get up and do something. I mean, I just have to make myself do it. But that's the main reason I don't, is because I just feel overwhelmed. The one thing I will, this dog, the one thing I will say about cleaning at my mom's is it's a lot more fun to clean someone else's house or to declutter someone else's house, because it's different stuff. It's not yours. You have no emotional attachment to it. So it's easy for you to say, you should get rid of this or that. And people need to hear that, because my mom would keep everything. She's held on to it. But I can say, Mom, do you really need that? And then it usually clicks to her and she's like, no, I don't. So you need to encourage people. If you're helping people to declutter, then encourage them on things that they need and don't need and things like that. But it is more fun to clean someone else's house. I remember growing up, I would stay at my aunt and uncle's, and she was not a good housekeeper either. Her house would be so trashed, but I remember it was so fun to get to clean that up. So one of my tips for you all is to don't be ashamed to ask for help. Or if you think someone needs help cleaning or decluttering, offer. Because my mom would have never asked me to help her, ever. She was watching my videos and she was like, I kind of want to declutter and I want to get this house straightened up and all that. So then I was like, well, I'll help you. Let's do it. So then that made her feel like she wasn't asking me. But when you offer to help someone, they're more likely to take you up on it. But there's nothing wrong with asking for help. Ask a friend or ask a niece, a nephew, a relative, even your parents, whoever, ask them to come to your house and just walk through it and say, what seems cluttered? What seems the dirtiest? Like, what are some of the things that you see in my house that you think I don't need, or that you think look cluttered? Or just say, I need help. I've got small kids, or I've just had a baby, or I'm older and I need help lifting, or I can't stand long periods at a time, things like that. Ask for help, because there's nothing wrong with that. You have to give yourself grace. You have to ask for help. So there's nothing wrong with that. If they can't, they'll tell you no. Ask someone else, ask someone different. Just say, you don't have to pay them. Just say, would you be able to come help me, 30 minutes or, 30 minutes a week or an hour a week, whatever, or maybe a whole day they can help you. So there's nothing wrong with asking for help. And I think that's hard for a lot of us to ask for help, because it's admitting that you're defeated or that you can't do it. But there's nothing wrong with asking for help. The hardest part for me is just getting up and getting started, because if I sit around, I feel bad. Like, my body feels bad. I don't have any energy. I don't feel like doing it. I'm overwhelmed by the mess. I don't want to even tackle it. But the hardest part is getting started, because 9 times out of 10, if I get up and I clean that dining room table off, or if I straighten the shoes up in the closet, or just hang up a load of clothes from the dryer, then my body feels better, your heart starts pumping, you start getting some energy built up, and it just makes you feel better. So the hardest part is getting started. The hardest part for me is the dread. I dread anything. I dread leaving this house. And there was a time that I loved being out and about and walking around the mall, shopping, going to Walmart, whatever. I love doing that. But now, to leave my house, I don't know if it's anxiety, I don't really know what's going on, but I don't like it, and it's a dread. It's a dread for me to take my daughter to ball practice. It's a dread for me to have to take my mom to the doctor's office, or my sister to a doctor's appointment, or my own doctor's appointments, or whatever, and I don't want to do it. I don't. I dread it. I know it's on my calendar. I know it's coming up. If it's on a Monday and I've got to do something on a Thursday, I'll dread that all week long. But when I actually go and do it, it's not hard at all. It's just the dread. So get up and get started. Once you get your body moving, you're going to feel so much better. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to clean that closet out, or straighten up shoes, or hang up a load of clothes. And you're going to want to go ahead and move to the next thing that needs to be done. This dog, he is so needy. Start small. That's another tip. Don't go out to your garage and try to declutter the whole thing in one day. I mean, when you've got a sink full of dishes, do your dishes. Do something small. That's the easiest thing to do. I usually do the opposite. I usually, like, if Allison's room's trash and the rest of the house is, just needs to be picked up, I'll go do Allison's room, and then that one room is completely cleaned for the whole day, and the rest of my house needs picked up. So it's better to do little things. You get more done by doing little things. What are you biting? Stop. Do you have my pen? What do you have? Oh my gosh, you dropped my ink pen. Stop it. Anyway, if you do little things, you're gonna have a lot more done. Like if you go pick up your living room, put the cushions where they go, vacuum it, do the few dishes you've got dirty, and then tidy up your bathroom. That's gonna take you 30 minutes and you've got almost your whole house clean, versus that one bedroom that's, you know, terrible. It's going to take you all day and you've only got one thing done and you're going to feel less accomplished. So to me, it's the little things, whereas I would rather start with the big things because I feel like that needs to be done the most. But I would say start small. Throw away trash, or if you have something sitting out on your counters or a shelf or something that you don't just love, get rid of it. It's less to dust, it's less to clean around. I've always said, and maybe you don't need to do this, but for me, I could get a trash bag and walk around this whole house with a trash bag and fill it up just with trash. We don't throw anything away. We'll like drink a drink on the couch and there's empty drink bottles. My kids will do the same thing. I know this dog is so distracting, guys. I'm so sorry. Anyway, yeah, go to sleep. That's a great idea. You're tired. We don't throw things away. And if we're in the kitchen and we open a bag of chips, like a little single bag of chips, and we eat them, stand there and eat them or whatever, or if we open something to fix something to eat, we'll leave that box sitting there, or we'll leave that little chip bag sitting there when it goes in the trash. And one thing my mom's bad about, I've noticed growing up and still, is if she cooks hamburgers for supper and she has ketchup and mustard and, you know, A1 sauce or just all kinds of things sitting out, she'll leave them sitting out. She won't get that and put it back in the refrigerator, unless of course it will go bad. Like she would put mayonnaise back up, but she don't put things back where it goes. So that kitchen counter is cluttered. If I go to her house and clean her kitchen, I would say 75% of the mess in her kitchen either needs to be put back in the refrigerator or in the trash can. So there's another tip on that, as far as, you know, making your house look less cluttered or making you feel less overwhelmed. Because I know if she walked into that kitchen and just had dishes, she would feel so much less overwhelmed about cleaning that than she would a counter full of trash and condiments and everything that just needs to be in the trash can or back in the refrigerator. Another thing to do is set a timer. Set a timer for 10 minutes per room, or a 10-minute timer. See how much you can get done in 10 minutes. And if 10 minutes seems too much for you, do 5. Do what you can. There's no right or wrong way, and there's no rule that you have to get your whole house cleaned in one day. Set a timer. I like to do power hours because I like to see what I can get done in an hour. I like to see, like, it pushes me to know that there's a timer set, and if I glance at it every now and then, it's going to have 16 minutes left, and I'm going to be like, I need to get as much done as I can in 16 minutes that's left. But it's almost fun to race against that clock, and when that timer goes off and you look at everything you've done, it's so rewarding to see everything you've done. So set a timer. When I'm editing videos back, the most satisfying part to me is to see the before and the after. Like I can look at the video before, like of Allison's room, and see how bad it was. And then when I get to the clean part, I'm like, oh my gosh, it looks so good with everything in its place. And I know most of you don't do YouTube or video yourself cleaning, but take a before and after picture. Take a picture before, clean it, and then take a picture after and send it to someone. Like I do that all the time. I'll send my mom or, you know, Alden or Heather or anybody like pictures, and I'll be like, look how bad it was and look how good it looks now. And then they're always sending a message back saying, oh my gosh, that looks really good. Like, you know, it's rewarding. Everybody needs a pat on the back. Everybody needs to be clapped for, but you need to clap for yourself too. Be proud of yourself, because it does feel good to see that you've done that, or to see your home looking so good. If I had somebody knock on my door right now, I would be mortified to let them in this house. I don't know how people keep a house so clean all the time, especially with pets or kids. I don't know how. We are bad to just stay in those same routines where everything gets put on the dining room table, or everything gets sat on the kitchen counter when we walk through the door, and it's every day. It's like nothing changes with us, no matter how many rules we make. Or I could open that coat closet right now and there's a new shoe rack in it, and it's probably got 2 pair of shoes on it and 5 pair of shoes sitting around it. And I don't know why we can't like discipline ourselves enough to do it, but that's one thing we have a hard time around here doing. And I know with my kids, a lot of times if I just stay on them and remind them, as soon as I see a pair of shoes in that closet sitting on the floor and just say they're Kennedy's, and I'll be like, Kennedy, come here, put your shoes where they go. And I make her do that. If I make her do that so many times, finally she's gonna be like, I'm gonna put my shoes on the rack, or I'm gonna have to come back here and do it. And that's one thing I need to enforce here, because I'm good about staying on it for a while and then I just let up. And that's the same with Allison's room. If I check it for like 5 days straight, she'll keep it clean. But the one night I don't go up there and do it, she's gonna be like, okay, well, she's not checking anymore. And then it gets in the same shape that it always has. So, you know, just try to create a routine, try to create some discipline. And, you know, I'm no expert at all, because I'm just trying to get my life together. Our whole life has been one big train wreck this last 1.5 years. I feel like it's like priorities. You know, I'm trying to get my priorities straight. And one of my priorities is keeping a clean home. I love a clean home and I love how it feels, but I've never been able to do that. Like I said in many videos that, you're not getting that ink pen. I've always said, I used to be overweight. I used to be 200 pounds, and I used to take the kids to school, and I would come home and I would lay on the couch and lay there and sleep and get up and eat, and then lay there and sleep and watch TV. And when it was time to go get the kids from school, I would go get them, but I've done nothing all day long. Then I knew I had to help with homework. I had to cook supper, and there's no way you can get it all done then. So I just got up. You know, it was just like one day I just got up and I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm tired of the chaos, because our life was complete chaos. My kids would be late for a tournament on Saturday morning, a ball tournament. Like, they had to be there an hour early to warm up. We'd be rolling in 45 minutes early instead of an hour early, because we couldn't find a softball belt, or we couldn't find softball socks. My kids didn't have sock drawers. I mean, they had a drawer, obviously, that we could have made a sock drawer, but we would always throw all of our socks in a basket, and we'd be walking out the door trying to find mates in a basket. That's just how we worked, and it was complete chaos, and it was driving me crazy. So I was like, there's just gotta be a better way. There has to be. You know, and I see my friends, or I could, like, my mom's really good about that, about putting clothes where they go, putting socks in a drawer. Would you stop? Oh my gosh. She would always put socks in a drawer, or, you know, things where they went as far as laundry goes. So, Flash, go over there and sit down. The dog hair, guys, the dog hair. But I wanted that. I wanted, as silly as it sounds to you all, I wanted my kids to have a sock drawer. And I wanted my kids to be able to open a drawer and get a pair of socks, or know where their softball belts were. And you know, my kids are terrible about not being organized, but it's because I raised them that way. I will never blame my kids for being slobs, because I raised them in chaos. They weren't raised to be organized or tidy or make their bed or any of that. And they don't take advantage of me by no means. I mean, I know there's been comments made to me on certain videos like, you shouldn't be cleaning your kids' room. Like, someone even called me pathetic for cleaning my daughter's room. I'm trying to show my kids there's a better way to live. There's a more organized way to live. But you all have to understand, my kids are not organized and they're not tidy because I didn't raise them to be that way. A lot of our habits as adults come from how you were raised, I believe. So I didn't raise them to be that way. So when you like come at my kids and say it's disrespectful for them to do this or that or whatever, well, it's because they were taught that. And I'm trying to do better. And this is my journey with sharing this with you all, is that I'm not a great housekeeper, and I'm not, like, I've never decluttered before, and I've never organized, and I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying. So, you know, I give myself grace. You've got to give me grace. It's not like I'm an expert and I'm coming on here trying to show you guys the right or wrong way to keep your house clean. Or like, here is the right way to declutter or organize, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just sharing my journey with you because I know there are so many people like me. There has to be. And I know, because I've heard from you guys, there's so many people like me that are overwhelmed or they don't know where to start. So that's why I'm sharing my journey with you, because I know I've watched so many people do this on YouTube, and that's one thing that's motivated me. Like I've told you guys, I've watched cleanup videos before I even clean and make one for you, not to copy what they're doing, but to get me motivated to get up and get moving and get my house cleaned. You know, if you're looking for somebody other than me to watch, there's some awesome people on YouTube. I'll watch Jessie Christine, I'll watch Crazy Cleaning Mama, I'll watch Jamie's Journey. There's so many channels that are relatable, that do have a real mess, and they show you, and they'll show you that they're like sincerely cleaning their house. I will say there are some people on YouTube that will clean a clean house. You know, I don't want to see somebody that has a perfectly clean house with no dust on anything or no dirt on anything, and they're spraying it down and wiping it down and it's already clean to begin with. That's not fun. That doesn't really show me how you're staying decluttered, or how you're decluttering, or how you're, you know, this and that. But I just like to watch people that are realistic, that I can relate to. Maybe there are people that keep their homes spotless and they can relate to those channels, and that's awesome, and I'm sure there is. But I'm not that person. I promise you, this house is 100% chaos all of the time. And we have so much chaos in our life that I'm just trying to eliminate some of it. So to keep this house clean all of the time, I would have to follow every one of these animals around, all of my kids around, every single day, all of the time, and I can't do that. So there's going to be messes, and it does stink, because I can clean this house, and by the time I'm at one end cleaning, they're already, like, the other ends are already being messed up with dog toys or dog treats, or the cats have gotten a roll off the counter and destroyed my floor with it, because you all seen that just happened, and I just cleaned those floors. So when I walked out of the bedroom from getting ready and I seen those floors in that shape, I could have cried. I could have cried. That's why I grabbed my camera, and I was just going to show you guys that's how my life is. There's always going to be a mess. There's always going to be something to clean up, and it is frustrating. It is. But at the same time, that's how it is. And I tell myself all of the time, I'm so blessed to have these kids, and I remember the years I prayed to have a kid, because my first pregnancy was a miscarriage, and it took me years to get pregnant again. And then after that, I had all kinds of, it wasn't a problem, because I've got all of the kids now. So, but I remember the days I prayed for them, and I love them so much. And I tell myself that some people pray for kids and unfortunately can't have them. And I'm so blessed to be able to pick up after them, because there's so many people that would give their life to be able to pick up after a kid, and that's, that's so sad and unfortunate to me. But I just tell myself I'm so blessed. I know people that would be amazing parents that cannot get pregnant, and then I see some people get pregnant that do not need another kid and can't take care of the ones you have. And that's always one thing I've always questioned. Like, I don't understand why that happens. But anyway, I do remind myself, you're blessed to have this mess. I'm so blessed that my kids have a room full of dirty clothes, because I was able to provide them with those clothes. Food, like the dishes. When I'm doing the dishes, I tell myself, the Lord supplied food for my kids. I'll clean it up. And this is my journey with sharing this with you all. And I have to put myself in that mindset, because I'm not always there. There are some days I've got this and I can do all things, and I've got it. I can conquer the world. But then there are days that I wake up feeling so depressed almost, and like anxious, and I feel like I've got the weight of the world on my shoulders, and I'm just so tired of doing it. I don't want to do it. And I just have to put myself in the mindset that you're blessed. The Lord gave me another day. I'm not going to waste it. He gave me these things. I'm going to take care of them. And you know, we're plain people. We don't live in $1 million house for sure. My parents don't. My parents live in a double wide trailer. My house is nothing fancy. It's a nice house. I think it's a nice house to me. But there's some of you that probably look at my house like it's tiny, it's little, it's, you know, whatever. And then there may be some of you that look at my house and think I'd like to have that size of a house. You know, it takes all kinds to make the world go round. I don't care if you live in a camper. I don't care if you live in a single wide trailer, double wide trailer, or a $1 million home. The Lord gave you that. He blessed you with that. He blessed you with a roof over your head, and you're warm and you're dry and your kids are fed. So get up and take pride in that. Get up and clean it. You know, I've always said, and I don't even know where I came up with it at, but stop. No. Oh my gosh, Flash. He just ate the flower that Allison got for Valentine's Day. Somebody come get him, like he's free. Basset Hound, almost a year old, come get him. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, I've always told myself this, Amanda, the Lord's not going to give you anything more if you don't appreciate and take care of what you have now. That's just always what I've told myself. And I feel like that's so true. I don't care if he's gave you a camper to live in. Get up and take care of it. I have seen some of the cutest like single wide trailers. Like there's some that I would like live in before this. They're so pretty and you can do so much with it. And it's just all, you know, and it doesn't have to. Get out of it. Flash, get over here. Come here now. That's bad. That's bad. And it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. We've got a shiplap dining room and a shiplap breakfast nook area, and it's with a Sharpie. We drew those lines on. I mean, it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. We don't have the money to go redo our living room or to buy me a new bedroom suit or anything like that. You know, it's a process, and we don't have a huge savings account, and you know, we don't. But it's little things and it's goals. You know, if you know you're gonna need a new stove, save up for that. Put a little up each week, save up for it, and then you'll get it. You know, if you're like us, because we can't just go buy anything we want. We just don't, we're just not that type of people. We're not on that level like of income to where we can just take off to Hawaii right now. I mean, we just can't do it. So, you know, take pride in what you have, appreciate what you have. Comparison will steal your joy. And it's very easy to look at what other people have and wish you had it yourself. And I guess that's human and that's natural. But I had to learn to love what I had and be okay with what I had, because God gave me that. And even though I felt like in my mind I didn't have as nice of a house as other people had, I would tell myself I have a whole lot nicer house than some people have. And I know there's so many people that would love to have what I have. So you just have to get yourself in the right frame of mind that you're blessed, and to get up and take care of it. You want to get up and take care of it. And that's what pulled me out of the rut, as far as being so lazy and not appreciating what I had and looking at other people's stuff and wanting that. Like, I had to stop. You know, it's easy to look, like when you're watching YouTube, it's easy to look at what they have, or look at their vacuum cleaner and their new mop and all this stuff and want that. I do that too. On Jamie's journey, her channel, she just bought a new vacuum cleaner and I want it so freaking bad. But I'm gonna say the Lord's blessed me with vacuum cleaners that work, and I don't need it. I don't need it. When I was wanting that, I ended up behind that steam mop because it killed bacteria. You know, we've got like 27, it's a zoo here. We got like 27 animals running around because Heather is the mother to all stray animals, and she will bring them home. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me today if she don't roll up with like a kitten or a puppy or a monkey or a hamster. I mean, I don't know what she's gonna bring home, but it's so hard to clean up after them, and our floors stay so gross. Lexi brought her dog over the other night and it pooped in the floor, and she cleaned it up, but I don't even know where it pooped and how well she cleaned it up. So I'm gonna clean my floors. I mean, I'm just gonna clean them. So the steam mop was $119. I thought that's more practical. I really need that. Way more, I don't need a new vacuum cleaner, but I do need my floors cleaned. I need to keep my floors cleaned. It's nasty. Another thing is like crank some music up or listen to a show. Like I like Dateline, I like 48 Hours, and I'll turn it on while I'm cleaning the living room or kitchen, and I can at least listen to the story. Hang on. I'll at least listen to the story, and then it just makes time pass. Or call somebody, put them on speaker, talk, because you're cleaning, and then your mind is distracted. Your mind's on them and what y'all are talking about, not on what you're doing. So that helps me too. You can reward yourself. Like if you're wanting to watch a show, like if you're into a series and you're wanting to watch the next episode, tell yourself, I've got to load the dishwasher first. I've got to do a load of laundry first, or something like that. That helps. It's just discipline, you know, because of course you can sit there and watch it and not do that. But a lot of times if you'll give yourself something to do before you watch that, that helps, because then, you know, or if you're wanting a new pair of shoes and you've got the money and you're going to go buy them, tell yourself, I've got to fold the towels first. I've got to make my bed and vacuum my floor, and then I'll go get them. You know, it's reward yourself. But anyway, I'm gonna get up and start cleaning because he's chewed a rose petal all over my floor that I just cleaned. So like I said, it's never ending. So I'm gonna get up and clean a little bit. I'm gonna edit this and throw it up for you guys. And I hope it helped you. I mean, that's just some of the things that helped me. And I've said from the very beginning, I wanna be a help to somebody. So if this at all helped you, it's been totally worth it. And like I said, you may be super motivated in your house clean all the time. And if you are that person, I want to be like you, like goals, okay? So anyway, hope this helped you out a little bit. Hope you enjoyed my little dog back here destroying everything. So he's like, Mom's distracted, so I'm gonna tear the place down. She'll never notice. So he stole my ink pen. He's chewed the flower off Allison's flower she got for Valentine's Day. It's all over the floor. What are you doing? What'd you tear up? Why did you do that? That was bad. That was Allison's flower and you chewed it up. That was not nice. Are you sorry? Are you sorry? No, you're not sorry. You're not sorry. That's bad. Okay, I'm gonna take him outside and I'm gonna get some cleaning done. Guys, before I take him outside, I'm just gonna show you my pants. Look at my pants. Okay, so this is exactly why I have to sweep and mop endlessly, or my whole house looks like this. It's crazy. It's crazy. And we can bathe him and brush him and it still does this. I don't understand.
I sat down by the ocean. It's that tears that I feel up with emotions. Could I taste them for real? Longing for you, oh, but I can't get back. What can I do when your train is gone? I don't wanna go.
So he's been outside like a whole 10 minutes and you know, he already wants to come back in because he's so needy. Needy dog for sure. I said that's what we needed, was a needy dog. But here we are.
Back, don't wanna go back. If you are not with me, hey, do you read me? Go back to where we came from. If my hands are empty, hey, do you read me? Go back. I don't wanna go alone. Go back. If you are not with me, hey, I don't wanna go back. I know you want the best for me. Your intentions are good. I walk back to my history, into my old neighborhood. Longing
blessed to have clothes. I'm blessed to have clothes. I'm blessed to have clothes. I hate laundry. I'm blessed to have clothes. I'm blessed to have kids. I'm blessed to have clothes. No. I'm blessed to have a dog. I'm blessed to have a dog. I'm blessed to have a dog. Go.
Back to where we came from. If my hands are empty, hey, do you let me go back?
Flash. Oh boy. Okay, so I know for a fact that I put two of these in my washer and in my dryer. Only one came out. Oh, just kidding.
Say you love me, say you don't. Just give me something so I can move on.
As you can tell, this video is a little different. I usually don't sit down and talk as much as I did today, but I've got something going on, and it's like when I stand up, I get dizzy and I almost pass out. Like almost every time I stand up. And I can like sit on the couch and lean over and just like close my eyes and the room will start spinning. So I wasn't able to do a lot of cleaning and I needed to throw something else in this video. So I thought I would just sit down and film that because when I'm sitting down, I'm fine. So I'm on the new shot Mongiorno, however you say it. You all probably know what I'm talking about. I've been on that for 3 months and this month my dosage was increased. So that could be it possibly, but I just went to the doctor yesterday morning just for a checkup to see how I was doing. My last A1C was right at 11, and after my blood work, my A1C 3 months later is 6.3. Unbelievable. But I don't know why I'm getting dizzy. I don't know if it's the shot, if it's too strong, this dosage, or if it's vertigo, or if I'm dehydrated, and that possibly could be it because on this shot, I cannot hardly eat or drink anything. And I've lost around 15 pounds. So I'm at my goal weight, even though I don't feel like I look like I need to be at my goal weight. I feel like I could lose a little bit more, but that's what's been going on. And I just wanted to tell you all that that's why this video was a little different. I just wanted to sit down and talk to y'all about what's going on and all that. And yeah, so the first part was actually filmed after the second part because on this day I was feeling okay. I was a little, nauseous. I was a little dizzy. But then the next day, the day I'm sitting down video and all that I put in the front, that day was terrible. And I still feel like that. So I don't know what it is. My doctor wants me to get my eyes checked to rule that out because I'm looking at the screen a lot, doing all this editing. But yeah, I'll keep you updated on what's going on with that because I've got to be up cleaning. That's what I do.
'Cause I won't stay awake till morning. I won't stay another night. If you're feeling something for me, say it now. 'Cause I can't wait for you forever. Say it now.
What do you want? You want to go outside? Oh my gosh, he's eating a dead bird. Flash, I'm not hooking you up until you spit that bird out. Flash. That's bad. Spit it out. Flash, spit it out. That's bad. Do not touch me with it. Do not touch me with that bird. No, go. Don't get a dog. I don't recommend it.
Find time. Just want the mood to be right. Keeping it low in the night, yeah. so long since I got a glimpse of a light. It's blurring out my eyes. Oh, we should open up a window. Oh, I can't see clear. Oh, yes, I know how to window, cause it's just behind.
I really do love this dog, y'all. I really do. A lot of times I'll edit some of that stuff out because, you know, I didn't think y'all really wanted to see it, and you probably still don't. But I just wanted to show you more of a real life Flash. I mean, he's like almost a year old, and he's not grown out of any of the puppy phase at all, even after being fixed. And I know you all see him biting and scratching a little bit as he's sitting there with me, but he is treated for fleas. He goes to the vet every 3 months, and he is treated, but he does have dry, itchy skin, so that's what he's doing there. He does not have fleas, so don't worry about that. But I just wanted to leave that in there because that's the typical Flash, but that's just how he is. And even though it's frustrating at the time and I get aggravated at him because I feel like I'm watching a toddler, but he is so sweet sometimes, like when he's asleep. But you know, when he's not, this is usually how he is. And I just wanted to hop on here and tell you guys that I'm just kidding when I say I'm gonna give him away, or you know, he just likes to aggravate me, and I do aggravate him back, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I went out there and I knew there was a dead bird in the yard, but I had him on a leash and I thought he couldn't get to it, but he grabbed it. And he's getting to the point where he's like 60 or 70 pounds now, and he can pull me. I mean, like, he can pull me almost down the steps. So I just wanted to leave a little bit of Flash in there because he's so funny when I go to watch this stuff back.
I will never get it right. I still have you on my side, staying night after night, cause you're mine. Cause it's just my habit, and I can't describe it. And she can talk about it like it's magic, the way that she loves my habits. Just my habit, and I can't describe it. And she can talk about it like it's magic, the way that she loves my habits.
Come a little closer, I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower, I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out.
Long video, and so when you see me steam off and talk on the phone, you'll know it's you. But anyway, okay, well, I'll let you go. Okay, bye.
Just wanna make you smile, hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my...
I know this is a lot more talking in this video than I usually do, and if you don't like talking, I'm sorry, skip it. You do not ever have to watch my videos. You don't. So anyway, still getting a few negative comments, and I just laugh. It's just funny to me that people can be so ugly and so rude. And you know, my response to you is just go kick rocks. You know, I don't care. I don't care. Like 99% of you guys are so amazing, and you all leave me the sweetest messages or send me the sweetest messages, and I think you guys are awesome. I really do. So just bear with me. I'm sure I'll be back up in a day or two, and I'll be in cleaning mode full force. So I'll have you guys some decluttering and some cleaning coming up, I'm sure. And if you're a nurse, or if you are on this shot and you've had any of these symptoms, then you know, let me know, because I'm kind of stumped at what's going on. I've never felt like this. I almost feel like my blood pressure drops or bottoms out when I stand up. Hopefully that'll get better. I'm trying to drink a little more today because I've not been drinking much. So if it's dehydration, then maybe it'll be gone within a day or two, hopefully. But Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys, as you know, mean the world to me. And if you feel like nobody else in the world loves you, I love you. Jesus loves you. Flash loves you. We all love you. So thanks so much for being here. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
The sun goes down. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love.
Nobody's seeing you. Oh God, he stinks. Oh God, he stinks. Why do you smell like the Lord, he is full of energy. Give it to me. There goes my clean floor. Did he slide? She's gonna get your bone. Ha. Oh!
I hit it.
Come here. Your bone behind the cushion. Did you bury it? Oh no, there it is.
Does he need a cast iron skillet for this?
Yeah, I think maybe a couple. Okay, so I've got Kennedy's comforter from her room in here in the dryer, and look at the dog hair on the lint thing. That is all straight up dog hair. Like what? Look at that. It's like a whole dog. It's like a teacup Yorkie or something. But it's not dry yet. It started like singing to me, playing music, so it says it's dry, but it's not. So I'm going to, oh my gosh, hang on. Okay, so now you can hear me. So we got these, and it's the pet hair. So I'm gonna throw another one of those in there.